hurt. And why did you bring him home, Dad? Is he your secret love child? Were you two-timing on Mom?
Wow, what an intro. As someone who started the Trail series with the Cold Steel arc, mostly because of its similarities to Persona, I like to say there are plenty of different entry points for series newcomers. In my last video, I said you could start with Trails Through Daybreak. Just Google the references. But with the upcoming release of the remake of the very first game, I finally understand why so many long-term fans are adamant about people starting at the beginning with Trails in the Sky. I've been playing Trails in the Sky first chapter demo on PC and the Legion Go S since, at the time of this recording, the Switch demo isn't yet available, and I wanted to share my first impressions of stepping into the world of Liberl for the very first time. Hey friends, I'm Autumn. Welcome back to Cozy Cartridges, where we highlight calm, nostalgic, and story-rich games across time and handhelds. If that sounds like your thing, grab a warm drink, or actually, on second thought, maybe grab a cold drink in this heat, get comfy, and let's get started. What you'll immediately notice is how unhurried this game feels. Trails in the Sky doesn't open with a flashy battle or dramatic cliffhanger. Instead, it begins with something much more personal. Cassius Bright bringing home a young boy named Joshua, who instantly becomes part of the Bright family. Fast forward a few years, and we meet Estelle and Joshua as teenagers, setting out to become full-fledged bracers, adventurers who take on quests to protect the people of Liberl. That's the frame for the story. Not saving the world right away, but growing up, finding your path, and exploring a country that feels alive in every corner. It's very much a slow burn, but Falcom has always been praised for its world building, and even in this demo, you can feel the foundation being laid for something much larger. That cozy, lived-in world is what makes Trail both so endearing and enduring. What really sets this entry apart from the other Trails games, for me at least, is the family and character dynamics. Estelle and Joshua's relationship is such a strong anchor for the story. Estelle's energy, her humor, her stubborn streak, it all bounces so naturally off of Joshua's calmer, more measured personality. It feels like spending time with siblings, and that warmth immediately makes the game feel cozy and approachable. Of course, we also see early hints that their relationship might shift into something more, and I am all for it. I also have to say, I understand now why Estelle is one of the most beloved protagonists in the series, and probably in gaming history. She's spunky, lively, a little feisty, in a way that Lloyd, Reen, and Van aren't. Then there's Cassius, their father. He doesn't stay in the picture long as he leaves on a mission pretty early, but those first interactions with him are surprisingly touching. The way that he and Estelle banter back and forth, or the way he fully embraces Joshua as his own son, it all radiates this warmth. That family bond really stands out and lays a heartwarming base for the adventure to come. I never really played the original 2004 release. Okay, well technically, I guess I emulated the first 15 minutes before setting it aside because I just couldn't get into it. But wow, does this remake change everything? The shift to full 3D character models instead of the original chibi sprites instantly makes the world feel more alive and expressive. Pair that with full voice acting, both in English and Japanese, and that experience feels dramatically more immersive. The environments are also vibrant and colorful, really pulling you into Liberl in a way that's not hard to appreciate. That said, I did notice one small issue. If you're playing on a larger screen, the English lip syncing seems a little bit off. It stood out while I played on my laptop, though on the Legion Go, it was less distracting. And then we come to the writing. I can't comment on how perfectly faithful the localization is to the Japanese script, as I sadly don't speak Japanese, but from my perspective, the writing is an absolute home run. It's charming, witty, and heartfelt at exactly the right points. And while the new visuals and voice acting breathe fresh life into this remake, it's the gameplay where the Trails DNA really shines through. At its core, this is classic Trails. You're taking on quests, this time from the Bracer Guild, with main missions pushing the story forward and side jobs fleshing out the world around you. These smaller requests often introduce you to the townspeople in ways that make you, well, care about them, which in turn makes completing the quest feel meaningful. And of course, your Bracer rank increases along the way. You are, after all, on a journey to prove yourself worthy of standing alongside and maybe even surpassing the legendary Cassius Bright. And now we've come to the combat. If you've played the newer Daybreak titles, this latest iteration of Falcom's battle system will feel familiar. But if you're new, or if you're still working your way through your Trails backlog, so I haven't gotten to Daybreak 2, by the way, there's a lot here that feels fresh, strategic, and fun. Like in Daybreak, you can switch seamlessly between action and turn-based combat, and positioning matters a ton. Whether it's lining up a wide area art spell or making sure enemies don't box you in, where you place Estelle and Joshua can mean the difference between dealing extra damage, landing a stun, or getting punished. You've got crafts, character-specific skills, and arts, the magic abilities powered by the orbment system. And then there's quartz, which remains one of the coolest systems in Trails. It's not just about slotting in spells, it's this little puzzle of combinations that shape both your stats and the arts you can cast. It strikes a great balance, rewarding customization without ever feeling overwhelming. So as someone who's skipped the original PSP release, it feels genuinely special to finally see where this massive Trails saga begins. I'll stand by what I've always said. You don't have to start here. You can jump into Cold Steel or Daybreak or Crossbell and still have a great time. But playing this remake demo really helps me, truly helps me understand why so many fans recommend starting here at the beginning with Sky. There's a unique sense of discovery here. Seeing the foundations of systems, world building, and character relationships that ripple through the entire series. Even without nostalgia, it's powerful to watch the roots of a decades-long story take hold, knowing you're stepping into something massive. After spending a few hours with the demo, I walked away clearly impressed. Yes, it's a slow burn, but it's deliberate, charming, and full of heart. Estelle and Joshua's dynamic gives this game so much warmth, and the gameplay feels both familiar, exciting, and inviting. For me, this remake feels like the perfect way to experience Trails in the Sky for the very first time, and honestly, I'm already so excited for the full release on September 19th. And for my fellow physical collectors, I just wanted to point out how consumer-friendly this release is going to be. You can pick up the Switch 1 cartridge of the game and upgrade to the Switch 2 version for a whopping $1. In today's day and age, this is a practice that absolutely should be applauded and supported, and I'll be supporting them with my wallet. Thank you so much for joining me on my first impressions of Trails in the Sky First Chapter demo. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications for more cozy content. And let me know in the comments below whether you'll be picking up the game when it's fully released. Until next time, may your paths be bright, your battles rewarding, and your stories unforgettable.